Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the today's messages of love from above. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's having a blast. And before we get started here, let me just get my desktop all set up, and we will get into it. And so I sound a little congested today. We had snow come in last night, and it's windy, and if you hear scraping in the background, there's leaves outside my window, the beautiful wind blowing. I have my window cracked. My host is put some sealant down on one of the floors, and it's seeping into the house, so I have the window cracked a little bit high, I think. So be prepared. I may channel different spirits. All right. So welcome. Thank you guys so much. Let me just switch one more thing here. There we go. So before we get started, let's send some love out to the world and some joy. A lot of stuff going on in the world, and Pluto moving into Aquarius is rattling a lot of cages, creating opportunities for people to choose fear more easily. We got eclipses coming up here. We got was it a lunar eclipse? Yeah, lunar eclipse on March 25th and the solar eclipse on April 8th. We're already feeling the energies of those. And we're having this, Pisces moving into Aries. So we got a lot of energy that's going on. So, just hang in there, and let's just take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Let all of that go for a moment. And then whether you're watching live, excuse me, or on replay, we can join together and send unconditional love out to the world. So as I hit my singing bowl, just imagine that love flowing into your own heart, filling you up, and then flowing out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Can always feel when people are joining in. It's just extra oomph that comes through. So I love it. Thank you so much for that. And a shout out to here. We got some of my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green. Got Kritika, Mahotra, hello, and Magana. Congratulations on being one of the recipients of the free Zen Cricket memberships. And if you guys haven't checked it out, see, I don't think I have it anywhere. I have it in my main channel. How you can make sure for next month, I give away 10 free Zen Cricket memberships each month. The first Saturday of the month, 5 in the morning and 5 at night. You just have to have your little, gift setting in the, if you click on that little dollar bill, it'll have like memberships. You click on it. There's gift settings. You click on that. There's a little switch that you just switch it to on. Just have to have that on, and then YouTube and Spirit decide. So they're the ones that did that. So hey, Supernova, and one of my praying mantis members. Hello. Oh, very good. I'm so glad you feel better as well. All right. All right. So, before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows we have a new podcast episode that came out today. I have a podcast I started called From Chaos to Cozy, which is our journey. We come from cozy, we come down here to chaos, and then we start our journey back to cozy. So I talk about how, this episode 3 was my darkest time where I almost ended my life. It was the most chaotic time in my life, and all the tools and the different experiences I've had since then that maybe can help you in your journey too. This episode is the first steps that were after that. So, some significant things that helped me on my journey. So, be sure to check that out. Those are all free. And then this week, every week, I have a pick a card. This week's was the meditation that I do once a month, and we go to somewhere on the planet that's sacred. And so we have a meditation, we go visit, learn some things, and come back. And then there's a pick a card that you can choose from too. There's many of those. And the pick a card was where can you use some support in your life? So be sure to check that out. And I also introduced life purpose readings. I know I've been putting out a lot of different types of readings lately, but this one is 50% off until the end of March. So I have personal just readings where you ask me whatever you're wanting to know. But then I also have past life readings where we focus on past life information. We got relationship readings, birthday readings, and now life purpose readings. So this will probably be the last of my specialty type of readings that are, being announced and coming out, because I think we have everything covered, right? All right. And then also, happy birthday to any Pisces out there. If you haven't checked out this Pisces season pick a card, there's a pick a card for all of us, but for Pisces sun babies, there is a 3-month forecast for you as a bonus. So be sure to check that out. And if you have any Pisces friends or family, forward it to them. Say happy birthday from bruddaZEN, and it's a nice little gift for them. All right. So I think that's everything. Let me move this out of the way. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. And thank you guys for all your love and support and all the thumbs up. I reached over 2,000 subscribers, and we're continuing to grow and spreading that Zen love to the world. So thank you for being part of that love tsunami. And how the free readings work, I go down in order. First come, first serve. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange because that's how I live. I do this. This is my only source of income. And then I step out of those free readings, dive deeper into those donation readings, and then I return back and continue down the free reading list. All right. So that is what we have going on. So let's get into it. I do have a couple donations. So first up, Mia. Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for your donation and your consistent donations. I really appreciate these. All right. So happy Sunday to you as well. Do you want to ask? I'm going to be using the Terror of Dreams again. And you want to ask the current feelings and thoughts of MC towards you. You're not sure if he thinks you're crazy. He doesn't express much. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on inside. Their feelings and thoughts here. All right. So feelings, all right, yeah, and thoughts. Okay. All right. Wow, that's a lot of thoughts. A lot of swords. That's funny. The energy on the bottom of the deck. Wow. So the Palace of Swords. Palaces are unique to this deck, and this is just represents like a safe space to express passions and dreams and interest. Underneath that, we've got this 10 of Wands and Ace of Wands too. So all of this Wands energy that's in the bottom of the deck, a lot of passion, a lot of interest, we've got they just have a lot of things going on in their world too, and they're just trying to get things sorted. And you'll see here too, they've got a lot of just a lot of stuff that needs to happen in their mind um, here. But let's take a look. And first of all, look at their feelings. So, they do have feelings there because let's see if I could do this. Let's do like this. So you've got, first of all, in the middle, you've got the Empress here. And the Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And so they see you as a very nurturing individual. And, they've got this, there's sensuality. All the queens have cups too below the surface. So there is emotion that's below the surface and going in there. But, we've got this Two of Wands and the Two of Coins. So they are trying to figure things out. And not that they think you're crazy, but they do feel that you're unique and different. And they're just like, they might have this weird look on their face like, wow, what? You do a lot of unexpected things. So not crazy, but different. It's like Aquarius energy, which is we're weird, you know, and we do things differently. And people are like, "Well, I wasn't expecting that," and you're like, "Surprise!" And it's good, it's good energy. I feel like it's um, really got them thinking though. They're just really um, like you said, you're just different in how you approach things, how you look at things, and it does throw them, and that's good. I feel like it's a good feeling that they have because it's like you're not like everyone else, because and really everyone is unique and different. We just are taught so much about try to fit into the cookie cutter box, right? And a lot of people do that, don't reveal themselves. But I feel like you know, you got over that a while ago. You're just like, "You know what? That's too much. Whatever. I'm gonna be me," right? And that's what comes in here. There are thoughts that come in here. And this is why, when we're looking at all of this, let me see if I can, let me just do it this way. Because we've got all of this. Okay, here we go. All of these swords, when we're talking about their thoughts about you, they've got the Three of Swords, they've got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is, tired of living up to other people's expectations, which the Three of Swords represents expectations equal disappointment. So these cards coming in here, there we go, represent what they're seeing that you have done quite a bit of release around. Like you're like, whatever, I don't care, you can't please everybody all the time, and why do you try, because, you know, do what you're wanting to do and be who you are, because if you're confident, then other people just accept it, and the people that don't can hit the door, and I like that attitude because you're bringing this in for them. And they see you here as the Queen of Swords, someone who is intelligent, sees things from a higher perspective, with both the Ace of Swords, the Queen holds, and the Hanging Man, bringing that energy, and also, balancing between the heart and the mind. And so, they definitely see this like, wow, you have this new way of looking at life, and you have this new way of looking at things. And a lot of the thoughts and beliefs that pop up in with them, though, is the Five of Pentacles, which is this energy of lack and falling short and being abandoned, left out in the cold from younger. And so they've got these belief systems. Now, on the bottom of the deck, too, I feel like this is what kind of spawns between that is you give them here. Here's the King of Swords, right? So the King of Swords is a big, big thinker, and I feel like you've got them thinking a lot. And the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. So I feel like they are a slow mover because they do want to overthink and think through things and look at things. So, you know, I just feel like they're trying to figure things out. There is attraction with the Empress, there is emotion with the Empress, and in their brain, they're just kind of going like, I can't figure you out. And you're like, I know. Isn't that cool? And they're just like, I don't know, it's kind of freaking me out sometimes. but they like it. They like that you're not normal and you're not, you're uniquely self. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so you just really got them going, whoa, what? And they're realizing how free that you are with being yourself. They're realizing how restrictive they are about who they are. And so that's why they're slowly, so I was gonna say they're slowly exposing themselves. I'm like, "What? Wait a minute, let's rephrase that." They're slowly revealing their true authentic self. You're like, "Whoa, don't get arrested." But I like that for you. So that's what's coming in, Mia Mia. Glad that was helpful. All right, so many blessings to you. And then Kritika Sayani, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. All right. And you want to know, will you get a placement job from Grindwell Norton Company and be able to begin your journey, a great career for here or some other company give you a placement? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, wow. Cards are flying out. All right, let's see what we got here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All righty, okay. Sorry if you guys can hear that loud car flying by here. Let's see. So, the overall energy on the bottom of the deck, we've got the high priestess, which, she is all about stepping away from the situation, the chaos, communicating higher, going behind the veil, diving deep into the emotions to understand things, right? And see what's happening there. And part of that is to recognize what your passion truly is with the Ace of Wands. Where do you want to go? Where are you drawn to? Trusting your, the gut and the heart, the high heart, and what's the passion? Getting out of the mind, excuse me, and just seeing where this where this leads you, because you've got the you know Five of Pentacles here, which is a belief about lack and being left behind and not having enough and, you know, that kind of energy. But you have the King of Wands too, which the King of Wands, again, with they hold the Ace of Wands. So sorry. That is like your higher self too. It's like getting in tune with your higher self and, stepping out of the feelings of lack, because that's what draws us a lot into doing certain things is like, well, I want security, I want money, I need this, all this supposed to, should, and need to, and have to, and must that we've been given all our lives. The dream that's been given to us, and we're trying to make that work because we don't want to let people down. Yeah, it brings money, it brings security, it brings this, but so what is it what your heart wants? And I don't feel it is with this with this energy that's coming in here because you also, have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands coming in here. So you got the King and the Queen of Wands, which is about owning your passion and owning your action and moving forward with it. And the Four of Swords here too is about, they're sleeping on the Ace of Swords, which is about, seeing things from a higher perspective. And these Three of Swords down here is all those expectations, right? The supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be that comes in with life that we are driven to achieve. But I just feel like there's going to be a change up here because, you do have this Five of Cups, which is about the emotions, the spilt emotions, and we don't want to feel, like she's feeling there, which is letting down people. Those three cups that are spilt are, lower vibrational emotions of feeling like a failure, feeling rejected. What are people going to think? What if this doesn't work? What if this? A lot of that fear emotions of the Three of Swords, our expectations is a expressed in the Three of Cups. So sorry, my pipes are clearing up, and the reason why I feel like there's, they're telling you all this because I mean, you can get this job, you can get this other stuff, but I just feel like, when you're asking, is there some other road to be traveled? And there is, because you've got the death card, which is a renewal, an ending, and a beginning significantly. And the three of coins, the three of pentacles, which is all about another three, being true to your authentic self, right? And the fears that we have to overcome, with letting down people going, oh, I wanted you to be a doctor, a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And, we're depending on you. And you're just like, well, this is my life, though. And, I have to live my life. You don't, So I just feel here, Kritika, that this is a nudge from spirit to say, there's um, step away like that high priestess. Try to get away from all of the things in your mind about all these expectations that are upon you, all of these beliefs that you have that are rooted in fear of letting people down and failure and rejection and all that we all get. And it's a big aha kind of moment in your life right now to get clarity on what your true passion is and about what it would it mean for you to express the true authentic you into the world, and what kind of career or life purpose does that take you into. So I just feel like this is what they have for you right now, Kritika. So I know, and if you're unsure, you're like, I don't know, I've always lived, and a lot of us have always lived our life trying to please the parental units. That's what we grew up being fed, and they were grow up being fed, and their parents and their parents. There's a great book, if you're looking for like life purpose information, called Discover Your Dharma by Sahara Rose. She's got a great website that is iamsahararose.com. And there's a what is it? It's a purpose tab. Yeah, it's a purpose tab that has a Dharma archetype quiz, and then there's also a Ayurveda tab where there's a dosha, I think it's dosha quiz that tells you about your energy. This tells you about how you want to express your life purpose to the world, and it can give you some guidance. And if you're interested, the book is an amazing book. It really gives a lot of good guidance and helps direct us to find things. For me, I've been doing this readings and everything for a long time. And after I read the book, I realized I want to teach too. It's a passion of mine. And that's why I started up my podcast. It was my inspiration for that. So sorry. So that is what they have for you, Kritika. So hopefully that helps. And many blessings to you. Hang in there. It's the big change, a big time of change in your life. So, all right. So that is what they have for you. And then Bhumika Ranji Batra, thank you so much for your donation, and congratulations on your third super on a live stream. I am honored. Thank you for that. And let's give that some love and a like because it lets me. And you were asking here, can we tell you, will you be able to purchase your own house or apartment within this year, 2024? All right, let's take a look here, see what Spirit has to say here. All right, that was kind of a hidden, so we'll put that separate. Anything else? None of those. So sorry, my voice is trying to clear itself up there, so apologies here. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I do see here. There is great possibilities for you to do that this year. And I'm going to show you here. This is the bottom of the deck. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about putting in the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, putting the action, and things unfold in the outside world with the Pentacle suit. You have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion, and the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration. So the three of these cards together, it definitely shows that there's progression, there's work, there's things that just have a couple things that just need to be worked out that help you get there. It's like an apprentice putting the blood, the sweat, the tears into learning from the master, and then they become the master. So I feel like with this joy and celebration that you will have this, by the end of the year. And now that's underneath the bottom of the deck. Let's look at the cards that came out. So you got one of the unique cards for this deck, which is the Tree of Life, which is like our human making its way back to its higher self. And I feel like they're saying this is the path. Here you are now, and this is you getting the home. And I know, don't worry, it's not as bad as it looks. It's like, oh my God, you mean I have to go through all this? Well, no, you might just be able to go boom, boom, boom as well. It depends on the journey that you choose. And we'll show you that here. The first card that came up after this, so this is the first obstacle, which is the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins. This has to do about the balancing of your giving and receiving, your rate of exchange of receiving things. And this goes into, there's this podcast that I put out, which let me give you the link to it here. The Take 10 with Zen is the name of the podcast. And episode 5 is the one that talks about the Six of Coins. The episode 4 talks about our energy too, which comes here in a couple little groups of cards here for you. So I would listen to both of them because they give you tools on how you can draw things to yourself faster. And one of those is the Six of Coins, because with this out of balance giving and receiving that's below the surface running on autopilot, your little inner child is saying, no, no, we don't deserve that yet. Keeps things away, right? But this Six of Cups, I'm sorry if you guys can hear those leaves. I might have to close my window. But there's this, bringing it from where you have to give 1,000 coins to receive one back, bringing that down to 1 to 1. And that's part of what that video talks about as a tool to bring that down to 1 to 1, and which brings down these force fields that keep you from being able to move forward. So it's an important step. It's like, that's step 1, going from here to here. And then, like I was talking about, the energy that we focus on is important here with the Ace of Wands, where we focus our energy. What we look at is also determines how long it takes with the Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So, when we're looking at, like I said, that episode 4, that is the, if I'm focusing on what I'm missing, if I'm focusing on what I'm hating, if I'm focusing on wanting, all that energy, it's like a little kid that goes into a donut shop, into those glass cases, and points at all the donuts they hate. Guess what? You get dozens of those donuts. And the wantingness, which is a beautiful awareness, is when we're wanting something and we're focusing on wanting. We tell the universe, I really enjoy wanting, not enjoy having, I enjoy wanting. That's the energy that it puts forward. But when we start having gratitude, going, I'm so grateful for the home that is coming my way, that I'll have by the end of this year. And, thank you for the guidance. Thank you for giving me information. When we have that higher energy of gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, then we get more of that instead. And I feel like that's what comes in here. It's important for that here, to come in. Because you got the Four of Swords too. Whoa, which is, sorry, let me close my window. Now there's some kids coming down the driveway. Apologies. I don't want to be that grumpy old man. What are you doing coming down our driveway? Get out of here. We'll let them be kids, right? So the Four of Swords, my apologies. See, any interruptions that come in during this time, just know that they come up for a reason for you to realize your expectations and your fears. And as you see things from a higher perspective with this, Ace of Swords, it puts you at a peace of mind and allows you to move forward. So I like this, progression that's happening here. So I like it that it's not this, you have to go all this place. I feel like they're saying, look at the energy. Well, first of all, look at your Six of Pentacles, the balancing of worth that you have, and then look at your energy, and then zip, you move into receiving it here. And I like this because you do have the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence from the outside world. So I feel like you'll be getting your own home, your own apartment, and the Strength card is you, your human self communing with your higher self. So during this process, don't be afraid to ask spirit for assistance and guidance when you're unsure of things too, because they will give you that guidance. They'll give you that, awareness that, about when decisions need to be made, because they, are always behind you, wanting to support you, giving you any support that they can, but they do honor your free will as well. You give them a honey-do list before you come down, the things you want to experience. They're always working on that. They're behind us, and they'll, clear their throat, behind you to remind you that they're there, through like repeating numbers, synchronicities, and things like, oh, that's right, you guys are there. But they honor your free will and they won't meddle unless you ask of your own free will. Go, can you give me a sign? Can you show me something? Make it like a no-brainer decision, especially if you're looking at, well, I want this apartment or that house or that house or that apartment. I don't know which one. Make it obvious. Can you give me a sign? And they'll be like, whoa, don't do that one. You're like, okay, yep. So I'm taking that one away, and just helps you in that process too. So sorry. So that is what they have for you, Bhumika. Hopefully that's helpful. I like it. Definitely big possibilities for you to do it. And it might seem like, oh my gosh, it's impossible, but they're like, actually, it's 1, 2, and boom. So it's just putting in that, looking at those videos and putting in that little blood, sweat, and tears into that. And then you have progression. All right. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Techie, hello. Thank you for your Cash App. It actually came through fast this time, so maybe knock on wood, they've got that fixed. And thank you for your donation. And you want to know 1, 2, 3 questions. All right. I'm sorry, I'm just going to take a sip of coffee here. See if that helps clear my sinuses here. All right. So number 1, you want to know, how does that BFF, how do they view you? Of course, we always talk about, you're probably tired of me talking about it, but when we ask how people view us, they're looking in a mirror. So we're really asking, how do they view themselves? What do they recognize in me that they have inside them, right? You're welcome, Bhumika. And then number 2, how does AB view you? Again, All right. And then number 3, what's coming in love? April, May. All right. So I think we've got April and May. And I feel like those kind of go in between. All right. So, excuse me. So you got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. That's you. I feel like you get the Queen of Wands quite a bit in your readings, but it's you. Here I am. Be you. So let's take a look here. So how do they view you here? All right. It makes sense. You have the 7 of Wands, so they do see you. Here's this Leo energy. Duh, duh, duh. I'm a sun. I do not dim my light for anyone. I shine bright. People can't handle it. You can get out of the sun, get a sun hat, get sunscreen, get glasses, get in the basement, whatever. But I'm gonna shine. And so they see you that as that, you're someone who's very confident in being who you are and going, "This is me. Take me or leave me." And they like that about you. And they do see here, the 5 of Swords does represent some conflict, you know, um, through communication. And I feel like they see you here conflicted too. And they know you, they've been with you for a long time, right? So they've got the 5 of Swords, which is our inner conflict between head and heart, and the 8 of Swords, which is we really look at and realize our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make us feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. So I feel like they're like, yeah, we understand, we get it. They're like, you're always in this struggle, and this is her from her point, and realize this is a lot about what her she sees in herself, right? You're always in conflict between your head and your heart, but you're always figuring things out. And I've seen how you've grown. And so they see that, but do see that you're in conflict between head and heart. And they just have seen like this has been your journey. And so, but I like this. It's not judgmental. They recognize you for the queen of wands that you are, and they're like, you know, it's like being friends with Storm from the X-Men. They're like, "Well, if you guys want to anger her, you will get the lightning bolt and the wrath, or you can nurture her and you'll get beautiful weather." And this is how she sees it. So that's funny. But always remember, it's like mirror what's going on there. All right. So that's number one. Number two, you want to know how does AB view you after yesterday? Okay. Wow. So we do have here, you've got two fours with emotional stability and stability of the outside world. And I don't know. So you got the tower card in here, which is like sudden, lightning bolt coming and sudden change and some removal. And it's like an earthquake happens or lightning bolt strikes. So I don't know if there was a disagreement or struggle or something that was like, whoa, it jarred both of you or one of you. But now it feels like things kind of balanced out. Don't know if well, we know you're a fire sign, so we know you can heat up and if they push the wrong trigger. But I feel like they might be a little bit of that too. But I feel like things just stabilized here. And this is their whatever happened, whatever spark and whatever, I just feel like something jarred. And doesn't have to be a disagreement or an argument. It just feels like something sparked, something was like, "Whoa!" sudden. And, but now it feels stable, emotionally stable and stable with the outside world here. So it doesn't feel like there's, whatever this shock or it just feels like, it's almost like Uranus energy where it's just like a sudden something different, something, whoa, I wasn't expecting that kind of energy, but then things calm down. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up here, whatever that means. But so that's how they view things. They still view, um, well, they view you as a lightning bolt, like we were talking about with your friend, right? So when we're talking about how they view you, they do. It's so they have this view of the Queen of Wands, which again, it's that energy of uh, lightning bolt strike, but also very can be very nurturing. So you can do, those opposites that come in here, and, but they also see that you can be very stable and very much, there, as well. So I like that, for you with them. It doesn't seem like there's anything super weird going on there. And then, your third question is what's coming in love in April and May. So let's take a look here. Here's April, and here's May. All right. Okay. In between. All right. Yeah, this makes sense then. So April is the 7 of coins, which represents the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, things moving slowly, but also identifying some fruit that's growing. I just feel like there's a couple, trees or bushes with fruit growing, and some fruit grows, and you're like, oh, you know what? That's not really what I want. And I feel like April is a clarity about understanding what someone is bringing and what you really want, and there's this change that happens. So I feel like it's slow growth in April with love, but May, you do have the chariot, which is victory and movement coming in there. So really things pick up in May. I feel like in between here, I mean, you do start this new journey in between. There was 4 cards that were in between April and May, and this is what takes you there. You got the full card, which is a new adventure, free of a lot of expectations. Just like you're like, I'm just tired of having a lot of rules around relationships. And whoever this is doesn't want to be caged, doesn't want, to, they just want to go on a journey together. And I feel like you'll know who it is because the 6 of Cups energy, it's past life connections that's coming in here. And so you definitely, have this energy of just, it's a draw. It's like a magnet drawing to each other. And you're just like, whoa. And I don't feel like this is anything you've felt before. Though you've been drawn to other people before, this is totally different. Maybe it's Aquarius. Because you got a star card here. Whoops. Sorry. I forget that these are not adapted for YouTube. So there we go. So you've got the star card and the King of Swords, which both of this represents Aquarius energy because, of course, they are, air signs. And this king gets 2 portions of air, so they're the master of air, and then you have the star card here too. So there is this energy when it makes sense that would be the type of individual with the Fool card that they don't want a bunch of rules, they just want to move forward, and do that. So I feel like it could be someone with a lot of Aquarius, energy, but definitely you'll know who this is. So I feel like it's toward the end of April, the beginning of May is when this meeting happens with this individual. But I just feel like with that 7 of Pentacles, this is all about, coming back to their messages that Spirit's been giving you is focus on your dream. Because that star card also is like dreams come true. It's like, remember, it's a time for you to be focusing on your dream and not getting distracted by a relationship at this time as well. So you'll meet them, but don't let them be, pull you away out of going for your dream, because, of all that. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, and that's what they have for you. So thank you again so much. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And all right, Mia, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you never have to apologize, Mia. You guys can make as many donations, ask as many questions as you guys want. So will they find courage to ask you out next time that you'll be in your home city, and how will it go? All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. All right. All right, those there. All right. So will they get the courage? And will they ask you out? And how will that go? All right. So, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon card with the question of will they ask you out or have the courage to ask you out when we get there. You've got the Moon card, which is like a lot of unseen and unknowns. It's very mysterious right now. But it does tell you with the Wheel of Fortune that regardless, your human is going to be happy with the outcome. Whatever develops between now and then in your life, it's going to be okay the next time you go there and you don't, they don't ask you out. And I feel it's because you're taking a different direction with the Three of Wands here. So there's something, new coming in here. Did we talk about this? Was this your reading? I just am seeing this picture of one person this way, one person this way, but there's like a middle road and there's a different option that comes in. Like there was someone and then there's someone, but it's like with things unfolding, it's like you don't end up choosing them, you end up with someone else. And that's why I feel like when you go, I just don't feel like it was you. Okay. I'm like, I do a boatload of reading. So when it comes back like that, it's spirit going. I feel like they lick their finger and go, "Psst," and I'm like, oh, what? What is this memory? So I feel like you're not going to care. The next time you go back, you're either going to be bringing someone back with you or you're with someone where you're at and you go and you don't care. And it makes sense here because you have the death card. So I feel like your relationship with MC, was it MC? Yeah, MC, that they don't, it's not there anymore. Because Knight of Swords, there's been movement of thought and belief already, and you know, I feel like the emotions have moved on too with this emotional confusion. I just feel like there's been other, it makes sense. There's been other emotional choices between now and when you go back and visit again. So I don't feel like MC and whatever the other person was. I don't feel like they're going to be in the picture because I feel like you've like felt this love for them, but when we realize, and we talk about this too? It just feels like when you realize and you look back on the loves in your life, even though people are different, the feeling of the love in our heart, I'm like, it was the same. I had love for them. 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 The relationship was different, but the core love was the same. And I feel like that's just what, is coming in here. It's, you know, this other third option is going to be like blow them out of the water as far as the compatibility and the communication and the mutual respect. And it's like, wow, not feeling like you have to be the one that's, I'm putting in 60, 70, 80% of the energy into the relationship all the time. And I feel like it's pulling teeth trying to get them to express themselves and blah, blah, blah. Not with this one. This one is just like, can you shut up already? Jokingly, saying that to them because they're communicating with you and you're not used to that. You're just like, you know what? Can you just shut up a little bit? And they're like, what? And you're just like, I'm kidding. I just appreciate how you love to communicate. I've longed to have that, in a partnership, and I like that. All right. I know. It's so cute. I'm just so excited for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mia Mia. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for the donation. All right. So HTTPS, thank you. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for that donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And all right, messages from the spirit team. All right, let's see what they got going on here. I'm so sorry. Let me take another sip here. It's getting there. All right. So let's see. What does your spirit team want you to know right now? All right. All right. Come on. All right. So, well, okay. Whoa, okay. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. It's just blowing me away. You have the death and the rebirth here, and as soon as I uh, saw this, I've heard Phoenix rising from the flames, rising from the ashes, and you've got 6 cards down here, and 5 of them are wands, fire energy, and that's what I was like, wow, like, oh, this one and that one and that one and that one. I'm like, what? So I love this because all of these wands are positive wands suits. So let's start with it here. You got the 7 of wands as your first card. Here's the phoenix rising, standing out, being seen, and it's, like it says, the sun does not ask permission to shine. It shines and it does not dim its light for anyone. And if people can't take it, then they buy giant sun hats and sunglasses and you know, just pour on the sunscreen or get in the shade or get in the house or get in the basement if you can't stand the light. And this is like your spirit team saying it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to step out and be seen and be noticed. I like that. Then you have the 8 of Wands, which comes right after it, of course, which represents a lot of energy, a lot of spiritual energy, but a lot of messages from spirit coming in for you too. And they're like saying, if you thought you were communicating with spirit before, they're like laughing. Just you wait, because they're going to be communicating with you in the outside world. Maybe things moving. I don't know if it's that extreme. They're just kind of joking, but and also things just dropping into your head, emotional energy coming in, spiritual energy. Just a lot of messages coming in from spirit that are coming in here, and which takes you into your next energy, which is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands normally has a black cat on her, in the original tarot, where the rest of the wand suit has a salamander to protect them from the heat of risk. They're a desert animal, which can handle a lot of heat. She doesn't need it because she's got the black cat and the water energy that flows below behind the scenes of the Queen of Wands. She helps, and she has this ruling over the, you know, um, spiritual energy. So she's got that connection, but then she's also got the emotion, the empathic ability. So there is a lot of spiritual energy that's connected there, and you can develop a strong relationship, even a more stronger relationship with spirit. And the reason why she doesn't need the salamander for risk, like I said, is she doesn't feel like she's taking a risk because she reaches. It's like in the maze of life, you hit a wall and you either have to go left or right, and you're like, hey, you dial up your spiritual team and go, hey, so which one's for my best experience? And they're like, hang a right. And then you do, and boom, wonderful things happen. And people are like, how do you do that? It's just like you just know what to do next. And you're like, I got connections. And this is what this energy is coming in here, which I love. And then the next 2 cards that came out together, 6 of Swords and 6 of Wands. So, definitely movement energy, transformation, and if you think of three things on each side, there's this wonderful flow in the middle, whereas an odd number comes in, it's like this obstacle that kicks in. I know people. That's right. And so you have this victory energy with the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking, and I even see this, this portal here that you're coming through spiritual knowledge, and there's just this movement that comes in with all this. You've got Sagittarius and Leo energy, all this fire energy that's happening, that's just you can't help but be recognized and to be seen. That's a lot of the fire energy, of a fire sign, is that um, they can't help but be noticed. It's part of that energy, and this is the energy that's coming in, is like you're just not going to be able to hide. You're just People are recognizing you all over the place for what you're able to share. And we talked about you becoming a teacher of some sorts, and I feel like that's what's coming in here too, is this recognition of the information that you can share, with people. So I like that. Yeah, and even this Aquarius energy, the age of Aquarius, teaching people new ways to approach things, different to do things. And then your last card was the Ace of Wands. So here's the new passion, the new ignition, the stepping forward, the taking the action, the new beginning, with the, ending a new beginning, the Phoenix rising, and being seen here. So I love that for you. And I'm excited to see what unfolds. So that is what they want you to know. Again, they're like, dude, you think you were getting messages before? Here we go. So I love it. It's just like, and especially with all this, because you had Leo energy and Sagittarius energy. And then really Ace of Wands probably would be a lot of Aries, because that's the beginning of the fire suit, which comes up here on March 19th. So I feel like it's an important time for you to just get things written down, take action, whatever it is, writing, creating a vision board, whatever it is, you know just to start. Okay, how do I want to share this energy with the world? And it's time. So I like it for you. And so many blessings. Thank you again so much for your donation, my friend. And I'm excited to see what happens. All right. And I think that was it there. And then Patty. Hey, Patty. Let's give your donation some love here and a like here. And thank you so much for that donation. And you want to know what lies ahead for you in the new week? All right, let's take a look here. Let's give these a shuffle. And see what we got going on here. All right, that one. All right, that one comes later, that one comes there, that one is here. All right, so those are all related. Okay, let's take a look here. So the underlying energy for next week, you do have the Five of Cups. I'm sorry, not the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, which is this, transformation. I just feel like there's some things that here have had you here with, you know, um, some energies, and that just haven't been fulfilling, and this Ace of Cups that's being offered at the top here is this new emotion, this new experience, and we'll find out what that means here. But I just feel like it's boredom, and you're coming into the week with boredom, stagnancy, and you're just like, ugh, I need something to change, right? And that's what I feel is there. Okay. And the first card coming up by itself is the Magician, and here is the spark. Here is the new beginning, but this is your energy too. So I like this, um, power of choice. That magician holds the magician's wand, and it has everything it needs in front of them on the table. It's got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the other things. It has all four suits in front of it. And it's like, I have everything I need to move forward. I don't need to wait for something to come to me. What do I want to do? And I feel like there's this ignition that happens this week. And it's great because, we get to a point in our life where the ugly feeling of not being ourself outweighs our fear of expressing ourselves and stepping out. And I feel like this next week is like we get bored enough where we're just like, fine, I can't take it anymore. I gotta make this leap. And that's what I feel is coming in here. Let's see what the next set of cards are four cards. Let's see what this is here. Yeah. So you got one of the unique cards coming in here with the Tree of Life, which is the journey of here we are getting back to our higher self and the steps that we're taking. I like this because I feel like this week is a week of of planning out your path. And then, you've got here the King of Swords, which is the big thinker, you know, and I like this that we've got this, um, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away the beliefs around that are rooted in fears. And again, it's writing, it's organizing, it's clarity that comes in on your path next week. And you got the Four of Coins, and with this Four of Cups being at the bottom here, all of these fours do bring in this information of that the outside world can't bring me what I'm looking for. It will fall short always, right? Because when we look for relationships, situations, or things, they're all unstable. People change, they walk away, they pass away, unstable. Situations never stay the same. Career, education, social status, whatever, unstable. And things, our bank accounts, our possessions, our bodies, all deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, whatever. And so we realize the instability, we turn inward and upward. And I feel like there's this realization that all the things I was told are supposed to fulfill me don't. This long list of our that's in our mind of you have to do this and then this. And it's like I don't feel fulfilled. This is that energy of going into the week of feeling stagnant, like you're existing and not living. But this is what I feel is changing. This is where I feel like you're getting this clarity because you have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups with a combination of all these four cards together, I feel is childhood dream kind of energy of anything is possible. If I could do anything in the world, what would I want to do? What does my heart want to do? Not the mind and the dream, but this is like this ignition with this magician and all of this energy is I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Right? Let's see what else comes up in here. Yeah. Let me cover up. I got some of these cards are a little revealing. They're not YouTube appropriate. So you got the star card. Dream come true. What is your dream? Your true dream come true. And we've got the Two of Wands. We can continue to go down the path that we, have been told all our lives you're supposed to be, should be, need to be. But there's the second option here with the Two of Wands, which is the dream come true. And what do I want to do? How do I want to do this? Kind of energy that's there. So I love that for you. And let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yeah. And you've got all this choice energy with these twos. You got the Two of Coins again. You can choose that one or choose the other. But here's the Devil card, which is all about getting out of that cage, you know. And there's the Fool in there, the Fool's journey. It's ready. It's like, this shaking and this rattling of, all of the cage that we have ourselves in are all those beliefs of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be and That's what makes our heart feel trapped, and that's what makes us feel stagnant and that trapped feeling. And, like, I wanna be able to live, I wanna be able to, it's like our heart is the one that's caged, and it's like, "Let me out, I need to live." And I like this, so I feel like this week coming up here, Patty, it's a huge week of with all this energy too, of, we talk about Aquarius, Pluto going into Aquarius, which these next 20 years are all about doing things differently. The old ways don't work anymore. It's a new direction. And this eclipse energy we have kind of up with the solar and lunar eclipse here, like being March 25th and April 8th, there's this energy of rebirth and endings and beginnings, and Pisces moving into Aries on March 19th. It's all this restarting, ending in a new beginning, endings and new beginnings that's coming in here for you. So it's so supported for you right now to really realize what is this dream. And if you don't know, like most of us are like so inundated with the dreams that of supposed to that we're given here. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I mentioned it earlier in this podcast, in this stream. The Discover Your Dharma by Sahara Rose, great book about discovering life purpose. And she has our website, iamsahararose.com, altogether. And she's got some free quizzes on there that talk about, there's a purpose tab that talks about your Dharma archetype of how you want to express your life purpose to the world. They'll give you two of the high ranking ones when you take this little quiz. And then under the Ayurveda tab, I probably mispronounced that, but underneath there you have a dosha quiz too, talks about your energy. So it really is helpful. And if you really like that, you're like, love the information that they're providing there, the book is amazing too. I highly recommend it if it resonates. All right, so that's what they got for you, Patty. I'm excited for you. All right, so many blessings, and I think that is all of the donations. So we will jump up to the free readings. Hey, Liz, welcome, being a new subscriber, and to anyone else that's come in since the beginning. How the readings work? There is no special list. The chat is the list. It's easy breezy. You just put your question out there, and if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows we'll pull cards for you. And if anyone wants to prioritize their reading, a donation of any kind, I do move it to the top. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well, and then I return back to the free readings and make my way down the list. Going to be on for about a little less than an hour, so we're going to start on some free readings now. And we're going to pull like one card readings today from this tarot, round tarot originals. And if whoever I don't finish on the free readings by the end of the session, because after this I will go spend some time with my Praying Mantis members for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll come back and finish out the free readings, since I won't be back for free readings until Friday. All right, so let us... All right, I see my blessings. You have a lot of questions there. For free readings, I just do one free reading per session. So if you want multiple questions, just if you want to donate. Otherwise, you can choose which one you want out of all your questions, and then just try to catch another session. It's like a potluck. Everyone gets to go through for the first ones. So appreciate it. All right, very good. All right, so let us scroll to the top, and Grace 1111, you are up first. So let's take a look here. Let's give these cards a shuffle. All right, that's going to be your card, but let's give these cards a shuffle here. Break them out. All right, and then those will be set for everyone. So Grace, what do you need to know? Well, you got the Eight of Cups energy coming in here, and this is a good card, because they're walking away from emotions that don't serve them, but also relationships that don't serve them anymore as well. And what this prepares you for, they're heading off to the Nine of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. It's like your chalice, your emotional energy barrel is being filled up with emotional energy to prepare you for an emotional experience, a positive one. Generally, it's to help us prepare for love because, when we have so much emotions invested in maintaining some old emotions that happened to us when we were younger that we haven't brought up from the subconscious to transform, there's a lot of emotional energy maintaining that below the surface. It's like a refrigeration unit keeping the emotion fresh while it's down there so it doesn't spoil. Uh, and so there is gives us time here to bring some of those emotions up and transform them into higher knowledge and wisdom, right? And also, we are recognizing the relationships that we are investing in that don't serve us anymore. We've realized it started off 50-50, and then it went to 60-40, and then 7-30, and then 80-20. And we realize I'm the one that's maintaining this friendship or relationship with family, friends, lovers, exes, whatever. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to take some of my energy back from these relationships. And some of them you might be like, why am I giving 100 and they're giving 0? I can let that one go. You might have a list already going, yep, I know who these are. And you don't have to send out termination notices going, XX, you're gone. you can just you can just back off of your, emotional energies that you're investing there to bring that back. So I like that for you because, like I said, as you get this energy back, it's your vat of emotional energy is getting bigger, bigger to prepare you for love. So I like that for you, Grace. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue down the list here. All right. And then Cutie, you are up next. You wanted a general reading. So you have the Knight of Wands coming in here, and it's the fastest moving knight out of them all. It's the horse on fire. And so there is a lot of fast movement, a lot of fast action. And I just feel like they're telling you here with all of this that if it feels like life has been going like super, super slow, like you're stuck in traffic and like you're on a highway that's going at a snail's pace. It's like stop, and then oh look, we get to go up a foot, and then another foot. But it's like suddenly whatever was obstacle was in up ahead has been cleared off the road, and now whoosh, everyone you're starting to speed up. So it's like they're telling you just get ready. Things are about to start moving fast, where things have been moving slow. And it has to do with obstacles that have been removed, things that are moved out of the way. And so you can trust that if you're like, well, a tower moment happened where someone or something's been removed out of your way, just know that it was a clutter that was keeping, a clog in the pipeline, keeping things from flowing, and that being removed will help. So I like that for you. All right, and that's what they have for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then loving life. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love there and a like as well. There it goes. All right. So your final energy check. All right. So what are the outcome and the connections with M and what are M's thoughts and next session? All right. Very good. Let's take a look here. All right. So number one, what is the outcome of the connection with M, right? I went that, and these two. And then what are M's thoughts and next actions towards you? Nope, none of those. So what are the thoughts? Okay, those are the thoughts. And that, then that are the next actions. All right, let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. The energy on the bottom of the deck, you do have here, the High Priestess is about stepping back and evaluating things yourself. So I feel like there is this Okay, let me take a big deep breath, step back, and you're going to see a lot of clarity of things, and to trust your intuition, trust your connection that's in there too. Oh, very good. And I just saw your other comment that the reading yesterday all came through. All right. I love it. Thank you for letting me know. My human side loves to hear that. All right. So what is the outcome? Let's take a look here. So you do have, all right, what's this other? Let me see these other two cards too. Wow, two palaces. So your first, palaces are unique to this deck, which is the Palace of Swords is creating this place of um, safe communication, safe thought and belief, and um, sharing of thought. And I like this. You even got the Eight of Coins, which represents schooling and learning and growing here. And I like this. So, this connection really teaches you both a lot. And it's like a laboratory that you guys are learning a lot in the mirroring of each other. And I feel like there's a clear communication between the two of you. And it's not like we have some relationships where we learn the hard way. This feels safe because you also have, in addition to that palace, which is a safe place around thought and belief and air energy, you've got the Palace of Wands, which is a safe space of expressing passion and expressing, um, energetic attraction and physical attraction. And you have the Empress too, which represents new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, a place of nurturing each other's, passions. And, she does have that sensuality and that birthing. A lot of emotion with the Empress too. So there's passion and emotion, it feels like, that spawns from this because, um, the Empress rules over all four queens. Each queen rolls over their own suit, but each queen also gets cups. So there's four cups of emotion, and then one queen of cups also is that's five cups, one, like five helpings of emotion, one helping of fire, passion, one of earth, and one of air. So a lot of energy here. But I love these two palaces because there is this safety in this. It's like you're in this safe laboratory where you feel comfortable expressing things to each other. So I like that. Um, so I like that, and that's like the outcome of the connection. I just feel like it grows into that place there. Hey, Natalia. For paid readings, actually, I'm on the last paid reading right now, so there's no wait for after this one. And then we want to know what are the thoughts and next actions towards you here. And let's see. So the first two cards that came out together here, Loving Life, is we've got the Tower card and the Five of Coins. And these are the thoughts, the next actions. We have three cards for it. So their thoughts here, they must have had some pretty um hairy experiences, growing up, where I feel like when things were going well, they always waited for the other foot to drop, and I feel like they've had those experiences in their life because they've got the with that Five of Pentacles, it's these emotions of, beliefs of being abandoned, being left behind, being left out in the cold. The Tower is things being quickly and suddenly moved out of their life, and they're just like, "What happened?" Abandonment, left behind energies. And I feel like this and then some fears that popped up here, and they're like, "Oh, no." Which, I know it sounds almost, I don't know, masochistical or whatever. I'm like, I like it because, um, if someone's afraid to lose you, that means they care about if they lose you or not, right? They feel like you're a good thing if they feel like the other foot is gonna drop and, and that happened, right? So I like that, Uh, I don't know, maybe it's my dark personality, my Aquarius rebel going, I like that. So I like that they're having this fear because they need to face it anyway, right? And then let's take a look here and see what next actions are here, because they do need to change stuff. Yeah, all right, I like it. So their next actions are they do take action, and swords is communication. Six of swords is movement of mindset, moving from old ways of thinking, right? Old ways of thinking, yay, to new ways of thinking. So they do have this, energy that needs to happen there, and it's movement. And when we have movement of mind and change of that, then there's movement in the outside world too. Um, and so that happens, and then the Queen of Cups comes in here, and we talked about her. She rules over emotion. She's like really akin to the High Priestess that we got for your overall energy. But this is about sharing of emotion, deep emotion, a lot of emotion gets to be expressed, And so that Empress energy that we had in the beginning, there's this opening up, and there's this passion, there's this, you know, um, sharing of all that. May take a little bit of time, but just give that to them because it's worth the wait with all this. And we got the Fool card, and I like this, especially with all of this, energy of the Six of Swords, because the Fool card is the first card, the zero, in the major arcana, zero, which follows the World card, which is the ending of major cycles, beginning of new adventures. And I just feel like they will, as they let this stuff fall away and they realize they're tired of living waiting for this, the other foot to drop, that their life changes and they let go of these old ways of thinking that have limited them and made them feel small. And I feel like something that you can probably teach them too is, the energy of whatever you focus on grows. If you are waiting for a foot to drop, you're inviting a foot to drop. But when you start focusing on gratitude, then that doesn't happen. That doesn't unfold that way, and it's good that way. So I like this for you. Loving life. It feels very positive, right? So I feel like you can, you know, give them a little bit of um, an alternative way of believing and thinking and focusing their energy just by, not this is what you should do. You wouldn't do that, but like living your life and, in your conversations, just share how, like, yeah, I used to feel this way and da da da, but this is I had this change of belief, and oh my God, it totally changed my life. And not expecting anything, right? But just putting it out there, um, and see if they're gonna pick up what you're putting down, which I feel like they will because I like all this energy. So, wow, I love this for you, loving life. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I'm excited for you. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love it. Boom, boom. Here we go. All right. So, Natalia, thank you so much for your donation. Appreciate that. And let's take a look here. So, uno, dos, tres. Let's take a look here. Let me just refresh the cards here and see what we have here. C. All right. So the first one. All right. So Travis the Leo. I speak very un poquito from when I lived in San Antonio, Texas. Just enough to get in trouble, I imagine. I was the only güero in the warehouse I worked in, and then they probably taught me bad words. They're like, "Oh no, this means that. Use that word," and I'm like, "No." They were always playing jokes on me. All right. So why has not Travis answered your text yet? Let's take a look here. Take a look here at number 1. All right. We'll look at those. All right. And then number 2, what will be his next actions? All right. Let's take a look here. What are next actions? And then 3, does he have intentions of having a relationship? All right, we'll take a look here and see what they've got going on here. Okay, got those. That one there. All right. So we'll get clarity here and see what is happening. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So this is heightened love and passion that's ignited. That's their overall energy that's going on. We'll get clarity and find out, is this all about you, or are they headed off and trying to do, we'll get clarity. We'll see what this is about. So the first, you have 4 cards for your first question. Why didn't he answer your text here? And let's see what we have here. Oh, we actually have 5 cards. All right. So we've got the Palace of Swords. Palaces are unique to this deck, and this is all about creating a safe space of communication and opening their mind and sharing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I see here, in this building kind of energy. I wonder, I mean, okay, let me just show you the cards, because we've got the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Coins. These two together show me that they are in the midst of investing so much energy into a new opportunity that's opening up in the outside world. And I don't know if it would be like, the kind of energy I feel is starting up a whole new business and everything that you have to go into it. They're showing me like my dad, who I hardly saw him growing up because he was an entrepreneur. He would, we would be off to school and he got home late. And so he would be waking up after we're gone. And then he was gone all day long into the night, with his, helping his salesmen out while they were selling, and get home late. And it feels like this type of energy where they're just investing so much, having so much energy, so much stuff that's going on, that it's, just like exhausted. It just feels like they're doing that, or they're burning the candle at both ends and, working a job and trying to create their own. It's that kind of energy here. And, but I do feel here, I mean, like, I feel like they're the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, and, they're like the, you know, individual trying to build this outside world, and they're just like, oh my God, they're just like overwhelmed, and they've got all of this stuff happening. And they see you as the Queen of Wands. So I feel like they see you as someone like this here, but fiery and passionate and driven, and they've got all this stuff, but I feel like in some way they they have this mentality of how much they would need to give you and want to give you, um to pursue something like this, right? Because they realize how much it takes, to have a proper relationship that they want to give. They don't want to be half-assed about it. They want to give it its full attention, but they're like, but I don't have it to give. And so that's why I feel like they're so busy, and they're like, but I want to give you the attention that I feel you deserve, but I don't have it. They're like, I'm already burning at two ends. I don't have a third end to burn. And I feel like that's why they haven't answered the text. Like, they're just so busy and so overwhelmed with this. So that's number one. Oh, he having issues with his business. Okay, well, that makes sense then. Um, Not that it's right, I do not support having texts ignored. I'm a big communicator. In my relationships, I was like, "Hey," like they would text me, I'm like, "Hey," right back. We're immediately texting back, and then, "Where'd they go?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." But, and silence happens, for a reason too, for us, because in that silence, with it killing us, it's like, oh, I used to take like their actions, um, with not responding and responding, um, you know, um, like that meant something about me. But this was what was going on in their lives. But it allowed me to see and go, oh yeah, where's this belief coming from, and what's this trigger that's going on? So whenever anything is happening, it is for us these mirrors to grow and all that. So, use it while you have it, right? And so, what will his next actions be here? All right. Yeah, let me just cover this up here. So we have temperance, which is patience, growing things. So I feel like their next actions are going to be slow and methodical. The temperance is like alchemy, where it's pouring the cups back and forth. It starts off as a base metal, and it, builds up to gold eventually. But it takes time there. And there is this, the Eight of Wands is suddenly, this slowness. It's that stops with the Death card, and the Eight of Wands is like a lot of energy and passion and all that. So I like this because this is basically the combination of the three cards is saying that their next actions are, once they get things kind of balanced, then it's like it goes from 0 to Mach 10, where you're like, "Whoa, so brace yourself." And I feel like it with this Eight of Wands, it just happens out of nowhere. They get the issues with their business done and secured to the point that they're like, "Okay, um, the 2 ends of the candle that are burning, this one, okay, that one's done. I can continue to burn that. Now I have this other side of the candle that can burn for you." It's like, okay, just have to get used to that they're so focused in on growing the outside world and getting security in their business and their home and all of that, it's going to be a part of who they are. And you know maybe as things unfold, that you'll help that and join them beside them to help them, you know work alongside them in their business, where it's like, you don't have to, you know um, um share. It's you're part of the journey together. And so I have that. And sorry if you guys are hearing a scraping noise. These kids are coming down this long driveway of the house that I am hosted at, and they're doing that little in these little scooters over and over. And like I said, I don't want to be that old man that opens the window and go, "Hey, you guys, I'm live. You guys need to go somewhere else." I want them to be able to be kids. So I appreciate it, your patience with that too. All right. And then your third question is, um, does he have intentions of having a relationship with you? Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Yeah, I see here we've got the Chariot card, which is the joy and celebration and victory card and movement. So I do feel like it's a power of choice card too. And I feel like their intentions right now, they're still like um deciding, right? And it's not, I don't feel like it has anything to do with you. We've got the Five of Wands, which is movement of energy from fear to, passion and love. And you got the Three of Cups, joy, celebration. They enjoy being with you. Again, with this victory card, the major arcana Chariot is what tells me, especially after looking at through all this, it's not someone new that's they've met. This is you. So they do see you as this, um, and they're attracted to you with the Ace of Wands, that's passion, but they have emotion there too. So it's there. It's just a matter of they have strong beliefs about abundance, that this is what's important. There's almost like there's this belief that, you know, my spouse wants security, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's very new, so that's why it's kind of still out there. But they're just like, wow, they see possibilities with all of that. Um, but I do feel like they're just have this belief that women they have this belief that's been put into their head probably by their father or uncles or brothers. It's like women want security, so you got to have security. That's number one, and this is how you define yourself, is by this, and then everything else will fall into place. And I feel like that's why they're so driven for the outside world. All right. So that's what they have for you, Natalia. I like it. So just give them some space and time, and while we're waiting, that allows us to see our insecurities. That's how it all works when people don't respond back, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to work on me, because that's why things move slow, to give me the opportunity to let go of my old mindsets that don't serve me anymore, my old emotions that don't serve me anymore. We're clearing out, the decluttering our mind and our heart and our energy, even decluttering our home, and using that, and giving them that space, right? So I love it. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate those. All right. You are very welcome. Enjoy. I'm excited. Okay. So I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes or so. So let me scroll to the top here. We'll continue to do some free readings. If you do want your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I will prioritize those. So we'll continue here. We left off with Minaheel, and you want to know who is showing up in your life in 2024. Who is showing up? Ooh, you got the Six of Cups coming in here, Minaheel, and this is someone. This is my past life connection card. One of them can mean a variety of things, but I feel like they're like boom, boom, boom. This is someone that you are going to recognize, very much, and you know, um, um, so many past lives together, that the connection that you have is just so different, um, than you've had before. And you won't even, and I feel like this is going to be a significant partnership that comes into your life, romance, if you're looking for that. But I just feel like you're so drawn to one another, because it is like best friends that haven't seen each other in a long time. And you're like, hey, hey. And they're like, you feel like you know each other, but you don't in this lifetime, because of all these past life connections. And so I like this individual coming in. I don't know what more I could say about that. I feel like they're saying just like you'll know, and it's going to be, familiar. You're going to be comfortability and familiarity, if I can say it, with each other, and you're just like a beautiful, strong bond and connection right off the bat. And you're just like, well, okay, here we go. So that's who's coming in for you, Minaheel. I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. Let me just take a look here. All right. And then angel blessings. You are up next, and any blessings coming to you soon? Yeah, you do. You have the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands, this individual is being raised and being noticed and recognized, being lifted above others. And it can be promotion, it can be, you're granted the ability to be up on stage, like in someone's wedding, or karaoke or teaching, or but it's an elevation that's coming into your life where some people, that's what these the little wands underneath down here are, people going, how, why do you get that and I don't? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. Why do you get a blessing? And you don't have to defend it. You don't have to, whatever, because that's you. You deserve it. And it's you're being uplifted. So I like this, whatever whatever way this is, it just feels like you're in the spotlight. You're being raised up. And it's a blessing that comes in. So I like that for you. So many blessings, angel blessings. We all like an upgrade and being lifted up for sure, right? All right. And then we've got Jean. Hello, Jean. Hello, love. And you want to know, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you and the underlying energies? Yeah, underneath the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So there is this energy of birthing and growing and renewal and sensuality, and there is emotion underneath there too. Yeah, and here's passion, yeah, with the Page of Wands coming in here too. So with actions, I do feel here, they look at you as someone who's nurturing. They look at you as someone who, you know, obviously with the Page of Wands, there's passion and attraction, and that will be action too. But they see you as this individual, and there's like I said, there's emotional attraction underneath with the cups suit, wands, and this drawing together, and this birthing, this renewal. It feels very Empress energy like too, and I feel like they're gonna communicate with you and have movement in here and ask you out. I don't know why they're gonna. It feels like with this nature energy, I feel like they're inviting you to go something outside, whether it's, I don't think it's going to be a hike necessarily, but maybe like a picnic or something that gets you out into the open air, whether it's at a patio, at a restaurant, or something, but it feels very outdoorsy included with it all. Maybe they're going to take you to a bird sanctuary, a butterfly sanctuary. I don't know, but it just feels that kind of energy that's coming in there. So I like that for you. And that's what they've got for you, Jean, right now. So hopefully that helps, and many blessings to you. And thank you again for the reminder about the thumbs up. I get so involved in the readings. I forget to thank you guys so much. It does help the channel grow and it helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys for helping be part of the love tsunami. And I appreciate that. And thank you, Jean, for the reminder. All right. So continue down the list here. He lives a plane right away. Okay. Thank you, Dutchie. I appreciate that. All right. So, Goldie, you are up next for the next free reading here. And you went, who is coming towards you? All right. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here, and for the moment, it's like this is an invitation from Spirit, who's on your hand here, the hawk here. This person is alone in the garden with Spirit, and I like that because, sorry, my coffee was making noises back here like it was going to explode. Um, and so there is this stepping away from the outside world and being like, the nine is the number of the hermit. So the Nine of Pentacles is kind of being to yourself for a little bit here, because Spirit wants to help you grow and raise your love vibration. So you'll be drawing in somewhat a higher vibration instead of doing what we've always done and getting what we've always gotten. I feel like there's this period, you've done some work, you've had some experiences, and now it's like, all right, let's just step back for a moment. Not forever, right? Just for a moment, maybe a couple weeks, maybe 3, maybe a month, and it depends on how much activity you put into that, doing that inner work and looking and going, okay, what's bubbling up? what can I release? All this eclipse energy and Pisces moving into Aries energy, here with this equinox that's coming up here on March 19th. It's all about balancing out of things, right? And so I feel like there's some balancing and some things that you can do just to help raise it up. And that's why they're going, "Psst, psst, hey, come here for a minute." And they're like, if you do this and this and this will help you leap forward. And that's what they're kind of wanting you to do, is to just spend some time with spirit right now. Because who's coming towards you is love, but they're wanting you to, for your benefit, to drop away some stuff. So they're just going, hey, if you'd like, we're here. We have some stuff some hints we'd like to give you. And you're like, oh, yeah, take those for sure. All right. So that's what they got for you, Goldie. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And then soul searching vibe. You are up. Anything about your soul path? All right. I love this for you with the Seven of Swords, because this is about becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that may have tricked you in the past, cheated you out of things, feel like you've stolen things and opportunities out of your life. And I like this, how it's presented, because it's like you've already left a couple beliefs behind here with the Two of Swords. You have five in your hand and you're looking at three, and so you are, it's like they're telling you here with your soul path coming forward that, you have these triggers that are coming up on purpose, for a purpose. And you have these like three, boom, 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 three things, triggers that are happening to allow you to release these. You've already released two out of your life. And I feel like there were two significant ones that used to trigger hard, right? But these, I feel, are like medium. And then the two that are in the other hand are like, meh, they're little ones that don't impact. But I feel like you've really overcome two huge triggers, three triggers that are medium, that they still, at times can, and other times little. But I feel like there's these three things that you're dealing with that you're letting go of. They're expectations, thoughts and beliefs about, when this happens, this is what it means about me. And it ignites some fear. And you're realizing when these triggers are coming up, you're like, what's at the root of this? And you're transforming it to higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And I like this. So, but the seven does tell me, like, they're like this, or like this, like, you can't get beyond these right now. You have to deal with them. And it's your soul wanted it this way. It's not like it's, creator and them doing it to you. They're like, here's the piece of paper saying, at this time in my life on March 3rd, 2024, these are the three things I want to look at, and don't let me get beyond it till I release them, because I see how releasing these and transforming them, how it impacts my future, and I want it now. And they're like, are you sure? Initial here, no matter how much I beg, don't make these go away. Make me face these. That's what's going on. So I like it for you, soul searching vibe, because you are ready. You're like, no, no, I don't want to wait anymore. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm ready. So I like it. And that's what they have for you, soul searching vibe. So more power to you. I love doing that shadow work and that stuff, because I'm a Capricorn rising. I love that energy. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And then James, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love here and a like down there. And you were wanting to know here, Patty and you had a great phone conversation. You made plans to get together during the week. Where's your relationship together going? Oh, great. I know she's going through some stuff, right? So let's take a look here and see, where is your relationship going? Glad you had a great conversation. All right. So, must drop the deck. All right. And then that one here. All right. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay. All right. I like this here. I mean, you've got the energy on the bottom of the deck is the 7 of cups. So there's a lot of different emotions, a lot of different emotional experiences that is going to be unfolding in your relationship here. So I like that. Sometimes that represents emotional confusion, but I don't feel that here, just in case you've ever had that card come up in a different reading, because different cards, of course, take on different things. But I just feel like there's these different emotional experiences that are happening. And you have the 3 of Wands, which I feel like, the relationship just goes in different direction than you ever thought it would, in a positive way, I feel here, because the 3 of Wands is you choosing to alter it. And that's what happens in a relationship. We explore the relationship, go different routes and different things with that. But I like this, and you'll see why here in a moment, because part of what unfolds here is the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords is about realizing what of our own thoughts and beliefs have been blinding us and binding us and making us feel trapped. And you can see up here in the corner, you've got the Jupiter symbol, and which is this one right here, which is the planet of abundance and luck and joy and wonderfulness. So we like that. And this is what happens is, as your guys' relationship unfolds, you're learning about things about yourself that you're letting go, and she is learning about things that are letting go too, because you've got all of this energy here, and I like this because we've got this Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, and the Page of Swords, which is also about new thinking, clarity that comes in here. So I love it. And this is the evolution of the relationship. And for me, that's exciting because it means that your relationship is building and building and building. It's not something that's just like, you know, oh, look, it was fun. I feel like you're learning a lot with your communication with each other, and definitely both looking at your thoughts and beliefs, because I like this. Excuse me. You got the Magician card, and you have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, great card to come up in any relationship reading, right? Because we've got this. I'm so sorry. This it's choking me up. No, overflowing emotion. Let me see if I can zero in. It's a lot like the 10 of Pentacles, but this is emotional, joining together. They even have the dog, involved. But the Magician card is about how fast and where this goes has a lot to do with the energy that you're putting out, and well, of course, what she's putting out. But your part of it is all you can control, which is whatever you focus on grows and expands, right? It's one of the big empowerment things we learn in our lifetime as a human is whatever we focus on does grow and expand. And if I focus in on, like, my what I'm missing and what I'm wanting, or a hate or a fear, I grow that. And the wanting piece is the trickster among it all, because it's like, well, I want that. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do to manifest is want? And they're like, well, actually, when we focus on wanting, we tell the universe, I enjoy wanting, but not getting, because in order to want and experience wanting, I can't get what I'm wanting, right? It's like, oh, ta-da. So we start gratitude, and a big piece of the energy that can happen is being grateful, like you are, of, like, wow, we had a great phone conversation. So grateful for that conversation. So grateful for this opportunity to get together during the week. And I'm so grateful for this. And when we focus on the gratitude of who someone is and what's happening and who we are and what's happening in life and the world, we get more to be grateful for. Instead of experiencing wanting and missing and hating and fearing, we're like, had enough of that, right? We're ready for that. So I love that for you. So it's very positive here, James. I love that. So that's what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I'm loving that. All right. So thank you for that. And I have one more donation. Thank you so much, Dutchy, for the PayPal donation. And so you'll be my last reading for this session. For everyone else, I will be, I'm going to head off for about an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back to finish out any free readings that I did not get to in this session. So I will be back, and when I'm done, I'll put a link or a list of the order in which I completed the readings. I'll go in order via the chat, but I'll be taking screenshots here in a moment once I finish Dutchy's reading. All right. So thank you again, Dutchy, for your donation. Appreciate that. And so your question for today is, does Aries PB want to restart the relationship with you? All right. Oh, well. All right. Cards flying out here. And we contacted you on Valentine's Day. He contacted me on his honeymoon, and I'm just wondering, does he really want this? Or let's take a look here and see what is going on in this individual. All right. What is this unfolding here? All right. All right. So are they wanting here? What are they wanting? I'm just going to look at each one of these here and see what all of this is that's unfolding here. Yeah. They are a confused individual, aren't they? Because we've got the Emperor and the Seven of Cups. And, emotionally, I just don't feel they know what they want, Dutchy, right? I mean, they're just confused. And the Emperor here is that they're trying to understand what all these, like, what is all this? I just feel like they've got so much going on in their heart and this attraction and all of this type of energy coming in here. It's just like, what is happening? And I don't know if they're, the underlying energy is the Four of Wands, which is the marriage and you know celebration kind of card. But I feel like there's this, they're trying to figure out, because they have this desire, I want to have a partner, be married, but I don't feel like they understand what that means for them, and they're trying to figure that out because they have so many people telling them so many different things about what they're supposed to and should and need to and have to be, that they got to figure it out. And we've got the Sun card coming in here, which is this inner child energy, which I feel like that this is what needs to happen. I mean, I feel like they've got these belief issues that are below the surface here, belief systems about who they are and what they deserve that are below the surface. They don't even realize that they have all this confusion going on, but the inner child's going, no, you don't get any of this. We don't deserve any of this yet. And they need to do that. With the Sun card here. Because the journey that I see unfolding here, and this has to do with, they have a relationship. What's the deal, right? Let me see if I can, let me just spread these out so I can get to them easier. So we've got the Hanged Man. So they're in transformation. They're in this movement of, like learning about what they're wanting. It's like a butterfly, a caterpillar in a cocoon. They're transforming. They're trying to find out, what are they going to become? What kind of butterfly? What kind of wings? What kind of colors are their wings going to be? They're trying to figure things out, seeing things from a different perspective here. And we got the Temperance card, which is the, thing slowly building, and it's a slow process that they've been going through here, and I feel like they're trying to rush through things, and that's what's bringing so much confusion, is because they haven't figured out what they want. And so it's like, what they're trying, it's like, this is funny. What your spirit guides are showing me is someone running through a grocery store, grabbing things off of a shelf, not knowing what kind of meal they're gonna make, they're just throwing things into the cart, right? And it's like, stop. You gotta determine what are you gonna make, and then you'll know what ingredients that you wanna gather, but until then, you're just throwing a bunch of odd stuff into your cart. And this is what I feel that they need to do, because 'cause they've got the King of Swords, which is, they roll over thought and belief and mindset, but all the kings are given a second portion of air too. So this is like, you need clarity of everything first before it comes in, and they need to go through this death and this rebirth. Here's that transformation, like the butterfly, the caterpillar dies so that, in a way, so that the butterfly lives, right? They stop becoming a caterpillar so that they can be a butterfly. So, and I feel like that's what's going on, why they're dating someone, they're probably interested in someone else, they're interested in you too, because all these cups, they're like, "Well, that looks good. I'm gonna put that in my cart. Well, that looks good. I'm gonna put that in my cart too." And they're just like, "What does this make?" And they're like, "A very interesting cake with salmon and anchovies and mayonnaise. I don't know. What are you trying to make here?" Right? And so they are in this process of trying to figure it out, because ultimately, we have the page of cups and the page of swords, which is higher expanded love and higher expanded swords, thought and belief. If you think of pages as number 11s, you go through the ace through the 10. I mean, this is an upgrade. It's an up thing here. But they need to do some things first, right? Because you are a butterfly and they are a caterpillar, and they're like, "Oh, I want you to be I want to be with you." And you're like, "Well, you need to become a butterfly first, because I'm not going to carry you." In fact, there's this I just want to show it real quick here. We've got this. Let me just make sure where I left off here first. Ateshi. Okay. There's this emoticon that we created here that my channel members get, and it's this. It's a butterfly carrying a caterpillar, and you never see that in the world, because butterflies do butterfly things with other butterflies. They don't walk along with caterpillars going, "Hey, I'll walk even though I can fly," because a butterfly can, they can travel, migrate thousands and thousands of miles, and do all sorts of, they collect nectar, they can go over rivers, and a caterpillar is like, "I can't go past a puddle." So I just feel like, they have this, but that's okay, but, I have, like, spirit saying, until they really determine what they really want and get out of this confusion, and they show you for a period of time, then it's like, "That's okay. I'm not gonna be, you know, one of many, and I'm a butterfly. I deserve more." So that's what they're coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, Brenda, you're coming in like 1 second before I'm leaving. So what I'm gonna do here, let me grab your donation here. So you'll be up first. I'm about to head off to go to my praying mantis members. Then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back in about an hour and a half or so. And so you'll be up first when I come back, Brenda. All right. So thank you for your sticker donation. I appreciate that. And let me just quickly, I just need to take screenshots of the chat. As I mentioned, I will come back and complete out all readings after I finish my session with my praying mantis members. But I got to eat too, otherwise I'm going to pass out because I haven't eaten breakfast yet today. All right, let me just make sure I'm getting everyone here. And in the meantime, if you're wanting any additional messages, I have a ton of free content on my main page. I did have a new episode of From Chaos to Cozy come out today. So if you haven't checked out that podcast, a lot of great information in there about transforming our lives from that chaos back to cozy. And you can catch up on the link is in the description box of the video, and you can find it on my main page as well. All right, sorry, I lost my place. Let me see, where was I? Okay. So Liz, all right, let me just scroll down a little bit, and appreciate all the thumbs up too. Just really helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys for being part of the love tsunami. And I appreciate all of your thirst for hearing from Spirit as well. And for trusting me to connect with Spirit too. So thank you guys again. I think I got all of the screens. And so until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.